Here we have for sale our one owner from new 2018 on a 68 plate Volkswagen Transporter. This is the T6, so the 6th generation of the Volkswagen Transporter. This one is a T32, so 3.2 ton gross vehicle weight. It's got the 2-litre bi-turbo TDI Euro 6 diesel engine producing 204 PS, which is roughly 200 brake horsepower. And this is the short wheelbase Sportline Kombi van. That engine is also accompanied with the 7-speed fantastic DSG automatic gearbox. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a 2018 Volkswagen Transporter Sportline Kombi of this age. There's also some really nice factory optional extras on this one over and above the Sportline, which is already top of the range. And we'll also have a really close look at the condition of this van. Also talk to you about the service history, seeing as the vehicle is currently available for sale with us here at Bridgend Van Centre. So starting here at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with a rear glazed electric tailgate. Now you may think that just opened up on its own, but you can in fact open the tailgate on the side of the key. On a note on the keys, this is the first optional extra. This vehicle comes with 4 remote keys. Why you'd want 4 keys, I'm not sure, but that is a optional extra, and is an optional extra when you spec one of these from brand new, and they've clearly ticked that box. But lovely feature, I say, rear electric tailgate. That is so nice. If you're walking up to the vehicle, you've got maybe something in your arms, you can quickly hold down a button on the side of the key and that opens up out of the way for you. What a lovely feature that is. If we look inside the vehicle then, we can see this is not standard in here. So this vehicle has been completely carpet lined. We've got this beautiful suede headlining to the roof as well, with some nice LED spotlights up there, but just sets the vehicle off so nicely. And of course makes it feel a lot more car-like. Really helps to also deaden down the sound as well. So in a Kombi like this, where it's completely open, really helps to deaden down the sound, make it feel a lot more car-like. So people who know their Transporters will know that these bulges in the side there are not just for effect. That also tells us that we have got twin electric opening side loading doors, which are also operated by the key if you want to as well. So we're already up to a fantastic spec here on this van, say with electric tailgate, electric twin side loading doors, so none of that comes as standard on the Sportline. Looking on the inside of the tailgate then, you can see that this has all been carpeted as well, but generally speaking, as you can see, fantastic condition, and that is the correct placement there of the toolkit. Plenty of tie down points in the back and this nice soft touch rubber flooring. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but makes life a lot easier if you're going to crawl in there to go and get something. You can shut the tailgate then using the button just there, so you can step back out of the way and let that do its thing. Gives it much more of a luxury car-like feel having that on the vehicle. Towards the rear then, you can see that we've got the reversing camera just there, which is a nice feature, of course. Proper Sportline badging, of course, as it would have come from the factory, and all this styling is from factory as well. So we've got the nice rear spoiler just there as well. This one has actually got LED tail lights, which is a really nice feature, much more brighter tail light there. And then if we look down below then, you get rear parking sensors, of course, as standard, colour-coded bumpers. This one has also got a nice carbon fibre rear bumper protector there also. In terms of condition, looking at the paintwork at the rear of the van, fantastic condition throughout. There's really not a tremendous amount to fault it on back here, but we will continue looking around, see if there's anything else that we can find. Looking then down the passenger side of the vehicle here, and again, this is where we like to look in the reflections, and you can just see what a fantastic gloss finish we've got here to the paintwork. You can almost see my reflection a bit too well there, but yeah, lovely, absolute mirror finish. As you can see, it looks absolutely gorgeous down the side of the vehicle. As I mentioned, you've got twin electric side loading doors. So if we have another look at the key, we've got these 2 buttons here on the front, and as I say, the button on the sides. The button on the side there for the tailgate, and then these buttons here, push those, you can open up the side loading doors as well. So that is just, again, a beautiful feature, giving you access then into the rear of the van. You can see that this one is spec'd with a 2+1 split rear seating configuration, and of course the factory Sportline leather, so black leather with this white contrast and stitching, and also the very striking red inserts there on the leather, which I actually think against the black does set it off very nicely indeed. Now the 2+1 benefit of that, of course, is you can operate this seat completely individually the other one, so you can gain access there into the back, but you can also use in this tab there and that tab there, you can fold those seats down completely flat as well if you want to. So that's really a nice feature, and so you can completely remove those also. You can see the back of the seats there, and of course the leather seats continue into the front. You've got some nice pockets there. And one thing I have noticed, a couple of little scuffs just to the plastic low down there. So I don't know whether they've had something just placed here at some point in time, but a couple of scuffs there. But that is really, I say, a couple of little minor marks. I say whether they've had something here, but that is about all I can really fault it on there. So with these doors then, again, a number of ways you can operate them. There's a handle inside here, so you can pull on that and you can close it. You can actually pull on the handle like so, and you can close it there. But there's also buttons on the dashboard as well. But by just a little handle there, so if you're a passenger in the back, pull that handle, and there we go. The door will shut out of the way for you. Sidebars then on the vehicle. Now, don't get these confused. Of course, these Sportlines are often replicated, but this is all absolutely factory. So these are what is known as the trapezoid shaped sidebars, but crucially these Sportline ones have little lights under them, so that is one way of seeing often a factory Sportline or not. If you look in the dark, you open up the door, there's two little lights on either of these sidebars underneath as sort of puddle lights. Opening up the passenger door then, having a look inside here, lovely condition of the passenger door card, the step, the floor in the front here, so you've got the proper Sportline carpet overmat with, of course, the cab carpet as well. So all that runs right through the cab here up to the back of these rear seats. Again, that really helps to deaden down the sound. This particular one has got Comfort Dash as well, so that's an absolutely gorgeous feature there to have Comfort Dash. Again, just a couple of marks here to the plastic inside. I will point out, anything that I can see, I will gladly point it out to you. Looking at the condition of the front seats, lovely here. It doesn't smell like a smoker's vehicle, or if a pet's been in here, it smells all very nice as well. But again, just having a good look there at the leather, all very nice. Little Sportline little tab there on the side also. I'll come around to a bit more of the spec when you on the driver's side as we go around there, but Comfort Dash, that is a really nice feature. It doesn't come as standard on the Sportline, so it's lovely to see that. Alloy wheels then, you of course got the factory Sportline diamond cut alloy wheels. It must be said, these must have been refurbished at some point in time, because these are in absolutely lovely condition. So you've got the diamond cut face with the graphite grey sort of inserts there. The painted part is all in graphite grey, and they are in absolutely gorgeous condition. They must have been refurbished at some point in time, because they are looking very, very nice indeed. Sportlines as well are factory lowered around 30 millimeters from factory, which gives it just a nicer stance there. This particular one has got some carbon fibre, probably carbon fibre look-alike mirror covers there, which actually tie in quite nicely with the rear bumper protector. As we move around to the front then, the infamous LED headlights with that lovely LED daytime running light which goes around the outside. Of course, you have got headlight washers as well. You can see they're factory built there into the front bumper, but these are an absolute game changer, make all the difference on a Transporter, I feel. You can always tell a factory Sportline as well. They come with 3 chrome trims on the grille, again often replicated, but all factory Sportlines come with that, and also the chrome trim there along that lower grille. Front parking sensors on this particular model, and as you can see, of course, the Sportline lower splitter as well, and you can see the lower part there done in the graphite grey, which again ties in nicely with the wheels. This here is a radar, but that tells us this one has got front assist and also adaptive cruise control, so really nice feature there. In terms of condition here to the front of the vehicle, of course you're going to get a peppering of stone chips here to the front. Some tiny little stone chips here and there dotted around. Have all been sort of neatly touched in the correct body colour, but certainly worth mentioning, as I say, some stone chips to the front end, and of course the front bumper as well. But certainly considering its age and mileage, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Looking then down the front here, tiniest little scuff just there of my finger. Let's say, generally speaking, looks very, very smart indeed. We can shut the driver side loading door. It's very nice to have a driver side loading door, I feel, as well. It just makes it so much easier loading passengers in, not just from a single side, but being able to get in from both sides. I think that makes a nice difference. Little touch in just there, I can see above my finger there. But all in all, as you can see, the sun is hitting this here. It looks absolutely stunning. There's a tiny little pin dent just there. I mean, absolutely tiny, very, very minor. But otherwise, very smart indeed. And as I say, look at that in direct sunlight, looks absolutely lovely there. If we open up the driver's door then, we can have a look at some of the spec inside here. So again, nice condition of the step. The mat there, driver's seat is all in very good order. The tiniest little signs of wear just to the leather, but all in all, extremely well maintained. It is one owner from new, this vehicle, and we have got an exceptional service history with it. We've got 7 services evidenced within the service history, including, crucially, the timing belt and water pump kit was changed earlier in 2023, around April time, I think it was, in 2023. I think that was at 61,000 miles. So lovely to see that, of course, that has been done, but exceptionally well maintained. As I say, 7 services. You can't ask for much more than that. Electric windows, electric heated folding mirrors. So you can fold the mirrors if you want to, put them to that position. Ignition will have to be on, but you can fold them in using that if you want to. Auto-activated lights and auto-activated wipers. You can see the comfort dash actually continues here right the way across from the passenger side all the way, including this trim just here as well. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel. Again, the smaller signs of wear there just to the leather on the leading edge of the steering wheel. On the left hand side then, you've got your adaptive cruise control settings just there, which is nice to see that actually, because normal Transporter doesn't come with adaptive cruise control. It comes with cruise control. You find that on a Highline model, but lovely to see the adaptive cruise setting there. On the right hand side then, you've got your onboard computer controls. In the centre then, 70,443 miles recorded. And I'm just going to start the vehicle up as well. So put the key in the ignition, foot on the brake. We'll start the vehicle there. Just show you there's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard, other than it needing a bit of fuel, which of course we will be adding a bit more fuel in it before it goes, but you can see it's all idling correctly there as it should be. Looking at into the centre then, so we have got in the centre here the Discover Media Satellite Navigation screen. Now I will point out on this, actually, this is something that I guess just kind of shows maybe the attention to detail that we go to, and obviously we know these vans quite well, so we're aware of any sort of common faults, common issues, and one of the common issues on Transporters, especially with Discover Media Nav, is the screen. So in some cases, if you go into, there we go, new destination, some parts of the screen become dead like this. So you'll see I pressed a button earlier and it worked totally fine, but in the very corners you'll often find that it becomes non-responsive, and you'll just see a little bit of delamination there to the corner of the screen there. So what needs to be done, the screen is removed and a new screen is replaced. That is something that we do. We send that off to a specialist and have that done. So that will be done on this van before it leaves us. It takes a couple of days, but probably by the time this advert is uploaded and you're seeing it, that will have probably already been done. But as I say, total transparency, we like to show absolutely everything. But as I say, when the vehicle comes to you, it will have a fully working operating screen. So you've got, say, satellite navigation. You've got also App Connect, and if you put the vehicle into reverse, you can see that's where your reversing camera is displayed there as well, and you can see your Park Pilot. Also, you can also connect your phone to this via Bluetooth, and you've got DAB radio on there as well. Down to the right hand side then, your rear door controls, so you can open the 2 sliding doors, and you can actually turn the system off. So if you're carrying a child in the back, you don't want them yanking on the door and opening the door, so you can turn that system off if you want to. Heated seats, that doesn't come as standard, so that's lovely to see that you've got heated seats. Air conditioning, of course, does. And then on the left hand side, you've got your heated windscreen, and then also you can toggle your parking sensors on and off as well. But again, lovely condition inside there. Of course, the screen will be sorted by the time you're probably seeing this. But a whole host of specs. So just to summarise then, this is a one owner from new 2018 on a 68 plate Volkswagen Transporter T6 factory Sportline. That is crucial, that so many Transporters that you'll see will even have the word Sportline in their title, which I absolutely hate, when they're not in fact Sportlines. This is from factory, looking exactly like this, other than the carpet lining and the rear bumper protector. That's exactly as that van would have looked coming from the factory in terms of its spec, which is so nice to see. One owner from new, as I mentioned, with a beautiful service history, 7 previous services, including the timing belt and water pump kit. A whole host of spec on this. Of course, you get so much on a Sportline as standard, but this one has then got spec over and above a Sportline. So you've got things like the electric doors, electric tailgate, things like the heated seats. So nice to see all of that on the vehicle. What an absolutely beautiful example with 70,000 miles. We've got this priced very competitively as well. I'm sure this one will not be with us for very long. If you are interested in purchasing the vehicle, or if you have any questions at all, if you'd like to see the full advert, you can head over to our website there, bridgeendvans.co.uk. This is where you'll find the price, the description, the photography of the vehicle. We can also welcome questions, inquiries on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom left-hand side of the sign as well. We can arrange delivery of our vans nationwide. We can arrange part exchange, whether that be for cars or for vans, and we can also arrange finance at very competitive rates. Thank you very much for listening to me for the last 16 minutes. I do appreciate that's a long time, but if you are interested, hopefully that has given you a bit more insight into this gorgeous Volkswagen Transporter Sportline. Thank you very much for watching.